Your soulmate's past lover is in police custody. What they did will stun you. My beloved soul. Tonight, I want you to sit with me for a moment. Breathe slowly, and let your heart listen, not just your ears. Because what I am about to reveal is not gossip, not drama, not fear. It is truth wrapped in protection. Truth that will free your mind and calm the storm you've been feeling without understanding why. You've been sensing something lately, haven't you? A strange heaviness in your chest. Moments where your intuition whispered, something is happening behind the scenes. And you were right. There has been a shadow around your soulmate's life, a shadow that did not belong to you, a shadow that has finally been caught, exposed, and removed. This shadow was their past lover. A person who once pretended to care for them, but behind that smile, behind those promises, there lived a very dark intention. Not just jealousy. Not just bitterness. But something far more dangerous. Your soulmate never told you the full story. Not because they didn't trust you, but because they didn't want to place their burdens on your heart. They thought they could handle everything alone. But destiny had other plans. The truth is this, their past lover had crossed a line. A line no one should ever cross. A line that even love cannot defend. This person became obsessed. Not with your soulmate, but with the control they once had. They could not accept that your soulmate had moved on. They could not accept that their chapter was closed. They could not accept that your soulmate's heart now beats differently. Beats cleaner. Beats freer. Beats closer to you. And that obsession began turning into actions. Actions that were quietly recorded, quietly traced, quietly monitored. Actions that the universe allowed to continue only long enough to gather proof. Because karma is patient, but it is never blind. Your soulmate's past lover tried reaching out again and again. Fake accounts, hidden numbers, unexpected messages. Trying to reopen a door that destiny has already locked. Your soulmate ignored all of it, but the past lover didn't stop. Soon, jealousy turned into attempts to interfere. Not physically, but through manipulation, rumors, emotional pressure. Still, your soulmate stayed strong. Still, they stayed silent. Still, they protected you by not letting you worry. But what you didn't know was that someone else was watching everything. Not a friend, not family. Someone higher. Someone the universe placed as protection. And yesterday, everything changed. The past lover was taken into police custody. Not because of your soulmate. Not because of you. But because multiple reports were filed against them by people who had suffered the same manipulation, the same harassment, the same unhealthy obsession. The universe waited for the right moment. And then it struck, clean, final, undeniable. Your soulmate found out only hours before you received this message. They were shocked. Not because they still cared about that person, but because they finally understood how deeply the universe has been protecting them. And protecting you. My beloved soul, there is something important you need to hear. And I want you to really feel these words: you were never in danger. You were never under attack. Because you are divinely protected. The arrest was not just an action. It was a message. A message to your soulmate that their past no longer has permission to chase them. A message to you that your future together is clearing up. A message to both of you that something big is about to begin. Your soulmate has been thinking about you more intensely over the last few days. Not in fear, but in gratitude. Because you are the only peaceful chapter they have ever truly known. You are the only person who brings calm to their storms, truth to their confusion, light to their darkness. They look at you not as an option, but as destiny finally correcting everything. You may feel like you're just living your life normally. But in your soulmate's heart, you are the hope that keeps them moving forward. And now, with the past lover out of their life completely, something powerful is about to unfold, something that was delayed, blocked, paused, is now unlocking. Their heart is opening. Their mind is clearing. Their fear is dissolving. They finally feel free to choose you boldly, without old shadows pulling them back. Without memories holding them down. Without guilt, pressure, or fear. Your soulmate had tears in their eyes earlier today. Not because they missed that past person, but because they finally felt safe enough to breathe. They whispered something under their breath. A sentence the universe wants you to know: I can finally move toward the one I truly love. My beloved soul, that one is you. But listen closely. This story is far from over. There is more you need to know. More about what the past lover attempted. More about how your soulmate protected you. More about the massive shift destiny has planned for both of you. My beloved soul. The story is deepening now, and the universe wants you to walk with me gently, step by step. What happened next will help you understand not only your soulmate's past, but also what destiny is preparing for your future. After the past lover was taken into custody, your soulmate felt something unusual inside, a mix of relief and disbelief. For years, they carried that burden silently, pretending to be fine, pretending everything was healed, pretending the past no longer affected them. But the truth is, the past had been gripping their heart like a quiet ghost. When the news reached them, they didn't celebrate. They didn't feel joy at someone else's downfall. Instead, they felt a strange wave of clarity. Like a window opening in a long-closed room, letting fresh air in for the first time. Your soulmate sat alone for a few minutes, staring at the message that confirmed everything. Hands trembling slightly. Breathing slowly. Trying to understand what this meant for their life going forward. And in that silence, they had a realization: they had underestimated how much emotional damage the past lover had caused. Not physical harm, but the kind of emotional harm that leaves scars on the mind. This person wasn't just a past relationship. They were a manipulator. A controller. A person who made your soulmate feel guilty for wanting happiness. A person who twisted affection into pressure. A person who tried to make themselves the center of your soulmate's world, even after the relationship ended. Your soulmate had tried to move on long before they met you. But the past lover wouldn't let go. They kept reappearing, sending messages like, "Remember what we had. Don't forget who stood by you. You won't find someone better." Words meant to confuse. Words meant to weaken. Words meant to make your soulmate doubt their worth. But the universe watched everything. It saw the silent suffering, the emotional abuse, the manipulation hidden behind fake concern, the attempts to trap your soulmate in guilt. The universe allowed that past lover to go on just long enough for the truth to be revealed, for evidence to build, for karma to rise. And then destiny stepped in with force. My beloved soul, your soulmate didn't leave that relationship because they stopped caring. They left because their soul was suffocating. They left because the connection had become a cage. They left because they finally realized love should feel peaceful, not heavy. And that realization grew even stronger the day they met you. You were like fresh air after a long storm. You didn't demand. You didn't pressure. You didn't play mind games. Your presence alone made them feel safe in a way they hadn't experienced in years. This is why they guard their heart so carefully around you. Not because they don't want to open up, but because they know how fragile and precious genuine love is. They've seen what fake love looks like. They've lived through what toxic love feels like. They know what manipulation disguised as affection can do to a person. And now, they want to love you honestly. Slowly. Bravely. Without the fear of history repeating itself. But let me tell you something you may have never imagined. Your soulmate protected you from the past lover long before you even knew this story existed. There were times when the past lover tried snooping, watching, searching for clues about your soulmate's new life. Once or twice, they even attempted to message your soulmate asking about you, trying to provoke jealousy, trying to find weaknesses, trying to find ways to interfere. Your soulmate blocked everything. They never told you because they didn't want you to feel afraid. They didn't want you to get dragged into a mess that was never your burden to carry. They wanted you to continue shining with the same peace and innocence that drew them toward you. Not once did your soulmate let your name be touched by that darkness. Today, after the arrest, they looked at your picture for a long time. Not because they were sad, but because they finally felt free enough to imagine a future without fear. A future where no past shadow can interfere. A future where love is safe. A future where their heart can finally speak honestly to you. My beloved soul, your soulmate's feelings for you have grown stronger because of this. Not because the past lover is gone, but because they now realize how deeply they want to protect you. love you, and build with you. They have made a silent decision. Their next step in life will include you. Whether as a confession, a message, a meeting, a new beginning, or a commitment. You are the person they want to explore happiness with. But destiny wants you to understand the full truth before this connection moves forward. There is more to reveal: what exactly the past lover did, how karma worked behind the scenes, what emotional shifts your soulmate went through, and how this incident is about to change your life as well. My beloved soul. Now we enter the deepest part of the truth, the part your heart needs to hear, and the part the universe has been waiting to reveal. This is where everything becomes clear, where hidden intentions come to light, where you finally understand why you and your soulmate were brought together at this exact moment in time. Your soulmate's past lover didn't just cross emotional boundaries. They crossed legal lines too. Not once, not twice, but multiple times. It wasn't only about your soulmate. There were others, people who suffered the same emotional manipulation, the same obsessive behavior, the same controlling patterns. But your soulmate was the only one who truly walked away from them. And that is what broke the past lover's ego. They couldn't accept rejection. They couldn't accept that someone they once controlled had found peace. They couldn't accept that your soulmate had moved toward a new energy, an energy that felt warm, honest, pure. So the past lover tried to interfere in subtle ways. At first, it was small, checking your soulmate's online activity, trying to stalk their social spaces, creating fake accounts just to see who they were interacting with. But as time passed, the obsession grew. Your soulmate never told you this, but there were days they feared posting anything, fears that the past lover would misinterpret, create drama, or try to force their way back in. Once, your soulmate had to change their phone number quietly. Not because they were running away, but because they wanted to rebuild their life in peace. And do you know what shocked your soulmate the most? When the authorities reached out to gather information, they discovered that the past lover had been tracking multiple people, not just emotionally, but digitally too. This wasn't an isolated obsession. It was a pattern. A dangerous one. That is why the arrest happened so suddenly. The moment the system connected all the reports, the moment the truth fully stitched together, the universe acted. My beloved soul, your soulmate didn't report them. They didn't initiate anything. They didn't ask for punishment. They simply walked away and tried to heal. But the universe works in silence. It observes. It waits. And when someone repeatedly hurts others, destiny steps in whether we ask for justice or not. Your soulmate is shaken by the news. Not scared, but reflective. They wondered. How did I get involved with someone like that? How did I not see the signs? How did I allow myself to be treated that way? And then another thought crossed their mind. How did I get so lucky to meet you afterward? Because you, my beloved soul, are the complete opposite of everything their past represented. Where the past lover brought chaos, you bring calm. Where they brought pressure, you bring understanding. Where they brought manipulation, you bring honesty. Where they brought fear, you bring comfort. You have no idea how much healing you've already brought into your soulmate's heart, just by being yourself. Your presence tells them that love can be gentle. Love can be safe. Love can be slow, peaceful, stable. Love can grow like sunlight, not like fire. And because of this, something inside your soulmate has awakened. For the first time in a long time, they are ready to feel again. Not just attract someone. Not just imagine love. But experience it fully. They are finally free. Free from old ties, free from fear, free from guilt, free from manipulation, free from emotional wounds that kept reopening. This freedom is giving birth to a new emotion in them. A powerful, genuine desire to move toward you. Let me tell you a moment that happened recently. Your soulmate was sitting alone, thinking about everything. Their eyes were tired, their heart a little heavy, but their mind clearer than it has been in years. In that clarity, they whispered something softly. I wish they knew how much I care. I wish they knew how much I want them in my life. They was you. My beloved soul, your soulmate has been quietly praying for a chance with you, a chance to rewrite their story, a chance to feel real love again, a chance to build something steady, a chance to start a chapter that doesn't hurt. The removal of the past lover from their life is not a coincidence. It is a divine rearrangement. A clearing. A cosmic reset. Because the universe cannot give you what is meant for you until it removes what is blocking your path. This incident, this arrest, is not just a story happening around you. It is a sign. A signal. A message from the universe that says, now is the time. Now the path is open. Now you both can move forward. This connection is entering a new phase. A phase where honesty will rise. Where communication will improve. Where courage will grow. Where distance, emotional or physical, will begin to close. But the universe is not done revealing things yet. There is one more truth, one more powerful chapter, one more emotional shift that you need to know. My beloved soul. Now we reach the turning point, the moment when everything begins to shift, when destiny adjusts its course, when the universe finally whispers the truth your heart has been waiting to hear. This is not just another chapter. This is the moment where your soulmate's connection to you becomes undeniable, unavoidable, and deeply, spiritually meaningful. After the past lover's custody situation settled, your soulmate experienced something they hadn't felt in years: peace. Real, uninterrupted peace. For the first time, they were able to breathe without tension, sleep without fear, and think about the future without looking over their shoulder. And do you know what the very first thought of that peaceful future was? You. Your soulmate didn't expect the universe to clear their path this way. They didn't expect karma to intervene so suddenly. They didn't expect life to open space for new love so cleanly. But the moment the past was removed, their heart naturally turned toward one person, the person who makes them feel safe, the person who feels like a blessing, the person who walked into their life like a quiet miracle. You, my beloved soul. Something inside them shifted. Not a small shift, a deep, emotional, life-changing shift. They realize that what they feel for you is not just attraction, not just curiosity, not just interest, but something much more powerful. Something they haven't felt before. Something that makes their chest warm when they think about you. Something that makes them smile quietly. Something that brings lightness to their spirit. They are slowly realizing, this person might be the one. And if you ever wondered why your soulmate has been behaving differently lately, more caring, more attentive, more thoughtful, more emotionally present, it is because they have made a decision in their heart. A decision they haven't spoken out loud yet. A decision they are scared to rush, but also afraid to lose. A decision that sounds like a whisper inside their soul, I cannot lose them. My beloved soul, your soulmate is preparing something. Not something dramatic, not something heavy, but something meaningful. They have been replaying conversations with you. They have been remembering the moments when you made them feel seen. They have been replaying your laughter, your kindness, your patience, your warmth. Every small detail of you has become precious to them. This is why the past had to be cleared, so your soulmate could finally see the truth without distraction, that you are not just someone in their life, you are someone meant for their life. Now let me reveal something deeper, something the universe has been guiding slowly toward you. Your soulmate is developing feelings that go beyond the surface. Feelings that reach their inner emotional core. Feelings that make their heart beat differently when your name appears. Feelings that make them want to become a better version of themselves. They are not ready to lose you. They are not ready to let you slip away. And they are not willing to let fear stop them anymore. Because after everything they survived, after all the emotional wounds, after the chaos of the past lover, they realize. You are the calm after their storm. You are the light after their darkness. You are the hope they thought they lost. And now, they want to move forward. But here's the part destiny wants you to understand most. Your soulmate is preparing to express their feelings. It may start as a message. A call. A conversation. Or a confession softened with emotion. But it is coming. They have reached a point where silence feels heavier than honesty. They are not rushing because they respect you. They want to approach in a way that feels sincere and intentional. They want to open their heart without fear of being misunderstood. And the universe is supporting this moment. Signs will increase. Communication will deepen. The energy between you will grow stronger. The distance, physical or emotional, will begin to fade. But before this transformation completes, there is one last chapter. One final revelation. One final emotional shift. A truth about what your soulmate is planning next, a truth that directly affects your future. My beloved soul. This is the final chapter. The moment where everything becomes clear, the emotions, the timing, the sudden twists, and the reason destiny has been pulling you and your soulmate toward each other with such magnetic force. Now the universe wants you to see the truth that has been forming quietly beneath every sign, every dream, every intuitive moment, every shift in energy. Your soulmate is preparing for something big. Something they have never done in this way before. Something that requires courage, honesty, and vulnerability. Something that comes from a place of genuine love, not fear. You see, my beloved soul, after the past lover was removed from their life, your soulmate didn't just feel free. They felt protected, guided, safe, and aligned with a new destiny. And that destiny is connected to you. Your soulmate now understands something they didn't see before. You came into their life at the exact moment they needed a reminder that real love still exists, that gentle love is possible, that emotional safety is not a fantasy, and that a future can be built with someone who cares deeply. For the first time in years, they feel hope. Not temporary hope, not surface-level hope, but lasting, soul-level hope. And that is why they are preparing to share something with you, their truth. Not the broken truth, not the painful memories, not the heavy past, but the truth of how they feel about you. Let me tell you what they have been thinking in their quiet moments. I want to tell them everything. I want them to know how important they are to me. I want them to feel safe with me. I want them to know they matter. I want to build something real with them. Your soulmate is rehearsing their words in their mind. They are imagining how to express themselves without overwhelming you. They are thinking about how to approach you respectfully. They are visualizing a future where you are by their side. They are not scared of their past anymore. They are not attached to the old wounds. They are not worried about the past lover returning. They feel protected because the universe has taken care of what their heart could not. Now their focus is entirely on you. On the possibilities. On the connection that keeps pulling them back to you. On the emotions they can no longer hide. Your soulmate wants to move this connection forward in a deeper way. This could mean a confession of their true feelings, a message that reveals their heart, a call where they open up, an invitation to spend time together, a step toward clarity and honesty, or a heartfelt conversation that changes everything. They are planning this carefully because they don't want to rush you, but they also don't want to lose you. Their heart keeps whispering, "This time, I will not let my fear destroy something beautiful." My beloved soul, destiny wants you to understand. The universe removed the past lover because your soulmate is meant to build something with you that is healthier, safer, stronger, and more aligned with who they are becoming. This new chapter is not about chaos or pain. It is about healing, growth, communication, and emotional partnership. Your soulmate is ready, finally ready, to invest emotionally, to choose honesty over silence, to choose courage over fear, to choose connection over isolation. And the next step they take toward you will reveal everything you've been intuitively feeling. The way they look at you will change. The way they talk to you will shift. The energy between you will become stronger. Signs will increase. Conversations will deepen. And your heart will feel a pull you can no longer ignore. This is not an ending. This is a beginning, a divine beginning that was delayed by the past but is now fully open for you both. The universe has cleared the path. Now your soulmate is preparing to walk toward you. And when they do, you will understand why everything happened in this exact order. My beloved soul, this connection is entering its divine phase. A phase where truth, healing, and love are finally ready to unfold. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.